Alright, this is the first in a series of videos talking to you about how to take two binomial multipliers, expand them out, find out if they're quadratics, and find some nice landmarks so we can graph. When I'm talking landmarks, I'm looking at x-intercepts, y-intercepts, minimum and maximum points, and line of symmetry. So first we're going to focus on y and x-intercepts, but really right before we do begin, I need to recognize that right now I'm in factored form because I have two factors being multiplied together and to equal some product, which in this case is just y. So now I need to take this factored form, my result of one factor times another factor, and I need to turn that into expanded form. We use FOIL to go from factored into expanded when we have two binomials. Otherwise, we just distribute if it was, say, x times x plus 2. From there, I would just distribute to get this. But since I have two binomials, now we just need to use FOIL so that I can factor out everything. So if I'd use my my FOIL first to get x squared, then my outsides, O, negative 4x, I'm going to put plus negative. Then my insides, 3 times x, and then finally my last, 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12. I can combine my like terms, things that share the same qualities when I'm adding them together. So these just have one x after them, so now I can combine those. So I have negative 4 plus 3x, and that's just going to equal x. And I bring down my other terms, x squared plus x plus negative 12. Now I am completely in expanded form, and now I can start to look for these nice y-intercepts. As we see, we're looking for y-intercepts when x equals 0. So all I simply do is plug in 0 for x. And I find 0 squared equals 0, plus 0 equals 0, plus negative 12 equals negative 12. Therefore, my y-intercept is negative 12. Good. Now we're going to take a look at some x-intercepts, and where y-intercepts we just plugged in x is 0. The exact opposite here, to find an x-intercept, we're going to plug 0 in for y. Remember, this is where we have our y because x plus 3 times x minus 4 is going to equal our y because it's our function. So therefore, we are going to find, now we have equals 0 instead of y. And knowing what we know about multiplication, like I said, these are two factors. Knowing our rules about 0, any one factor that equals 0 multiplied by any number will always equal 0. So if I can make this equal 0, this makes a true statement, and if I can make this equal 0, that makes this a true statement. So first, we just got to find out how I can make x plus 3 equals 0. What value for x plus 3 equals 0? Well, that's going to be negative 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. 0 times this factor, again, is always going to be 0. So negative 3 is one of my x-intercepts. Now I take a look at my right binomial over here, and now I say what makes this equal 0, and I have 4 minus 4 equals 0, therefore it's my other x-intercept. So now I have x-intercepts at negative 3 and at 4. And I have y-intercept at negative 12, x-intercept at negative 3, and positive 4. And that's how you find x and y intercepts.